Hello and welcome. Good afternoon. Devashish and I are on our way back from Colombo. So if there is some audio disturbance here, you will know that we are actually sitting in the Chennai lounge on our way back to Calcutta. So there are people around, which is why we are not speaking too loudly. And secondly, if you hear some sound, that means people are, kindly bear with us because people are taking their food. The subject that we want to discuss today is the impact of Nasim Nakwi on Pakistan cricket. And we will both give you some facts. Firstly, Nasim Nakwi has now presided over six India Pakistan games since taking over. The result is 6-0 in favor of India. Number two, Nasim Nakwi decides to go to every India Pakistan game, and on the eve of the match, he jumps into the team. Asia Cup, we were not there for the Asia Cup. Uh, he came to the practice, and believe me, Devajit, you have traveled to 100 different competitions. The moment Mr. Nakwi came in, the practice stopped. So everybody started running around as to who will give him water, who will make him fit. So the practice entirely stopped. This was the night before the game. He comes into practice with his full security entourage as if some, showstopper is walking into the ramp. So practice stops. Pakistan hammered by India. Here at the hotel, the night before the game, Pakistan finishes their practice fight, if you remember, 2-5. Yeah. They have come back, resting. Mr. Nakwi comes in at 8 p.m. And around 9:30, 10 p.m., all the players are called into his room. He's standing like a king. Everybody is going and paying their homage and respects to Mr. Nakwi. Yeah. Also, it's all of this is fine. Now, if you want to take the limelight, which you want to take all the glory and glamour. Then when your team is now doing well, take the big bet. Yeah, absolutely. He literally escaped the stadium at the fall of the sixth wicket. I got messages from Pakistani journalists, we will not reveal names, who said इसको roast कर दे. They are livid with it, livid. Finally, and now I will go to you to take your comments. We will build on this because this is a serious subject. He's destroying the whole foundation of Pakistan cricket. At the end of the game, what I now know that when I was actually on the flight, a couple of Pakistani people called, journalists called. So he apparently went to the hotel. He went back to the hotel, called the players again, called the players and asked them who decided to bowl first. Tell me. How is it that the decision was taken to bowl first? You have to answer me. And spoke to the players again. He was angry and upset, etc. etc. Look at that. He's coming. That's the hotel visuals when he came in, as if he's a showstopper. Rohan, I'm sending you one more video. By that time, Devashish can talk about it. Play this, and you will see how. And still look at the journalists behind him. No, no, and they were all there. It is as if some great man has come from enlightened individual. I'm sending you one more video, but Devashish, the man takes the glory. He doesn't want to take the the thing when the players lose. He doesn't want to take it. I think that he should have stayed there till the end so as to show his support for the players, obviously. And this game shows that he is only after getting the attention. And that is the reason that the former cricketers like Shoaib Akhtar has come on hard on him. And so, absolutely, you talk about former Pakistan cricket board chairman, the likes of Shahryar Khan or Ehsan Mani, or even for that matter, Ramesh Raja, who himself was a former cricketer. I mean, they had certain aura about them, and the way they led. Now this is the night before. He's standing there. Every player is now walking up to him, and that happened. And this is just before the night of the match. It's all important match. The players need to remain rest, be focused. I feel pity about Mike Chesson because he was asked yesterday by Subayan, one of our colleagues, yesterday in the post-match press conference, that can you just have a about Mohsin Naqvi's visit, and clearly Mr. Hassan, obviously you can understand why he did not comment, but he said that he supports the team. That's the reason he has traveled all the way to Dubai and all the way to Colombo and okay, let me take that point. He wants to support the team. Fair point. He's welcome. He's the board chief. So to his credit, he wants to support the team. Why does he selectively support the team against India? You want to support the team, go to a Netherlands match, go to a USA match. Go to a USA match. By the way, our board secretary Debojit Saikia was very much there in In other games also of the World Cup. It is not as if Debajit Saikia or Mithun Manhas only goes to India. They go to all of India's games. In Bombay also you saw. Yes. USA, the match you covered, all of our board members were there. Why is it that Mr. Nakwi only goes to India games? Because he wants to be the coach. I'm telling you, look at this. This is some, kind of thing going on in like a political party meeting where some god's wisdom is being ushered on the Pakistan players. How is this even allowed? How is this even allowed? And then the guy calls the players again.
And I think this is the visual that is definitely been shared by anyone part of the team management.
Otherwise, who will have access?
In fact, the media manager is there. There you see with the court, media manager is also there. So
Clearly, that's exactly what I'm saying. That otherwise, how will anybody have access? Because no one else could have had access to these meetings. But the point that I'm asking, and let's first put facts. By the way, we are all putting facts here, nothing more. Women's team, rubbish. Emerging Cup yesterday, Pakistan 93 all out, India 97 for 2 in 10 overs. It's a 20-over game. The match finished in 10 overs. Brinda Dinesh, 55 not out, game finished. Under 19, Pakistan was chasing 258 against India, 192 all out. India wins by 58 runs. That after 150 for 2. So, under 19 in Hamburg. Women's senior team in Colombo, India absolutely hammered them. So, India versus Pakistan is a no contest for women. So, senior women, rubbish. Under 19, equally bad. Emerging stars, equally bad. This senior team, pathetic. Where is Pakistan cricket going?
Out of those under 19, we emerged as the champion. Women's we emerged as the champion. And if you draw a comparison, there is no comparison at all when you talk about the Pakistan cricket and Indian cricket.
And you know what I'm worried about? Because Pakistan cricket is important. It is not as if Pakistan cricket is not important. Pakistan is a big cricket country. The Wasim Akrams of the world, Imran Khans of the world. Even after that, in the 1980s when Imran Khan was captain, after that when Wasim Bhai was captain, even runnings and people, like you said, they would compete, they would push India, they would push global powers. 1999, they made the World Cup final. Even 2003, that side under team was a solid team. 2009, they went on to win the T20 World Cup in the UK. If you see the last few years, absolute sharp decline. And my point is, Mr. Nakwi, instead of posing in these political meetings and saying, आपको तो पता ही है फील्ड मार्शल के बारे में, अरे घंटा फील्ड मार्शल क्या इन्वोक करोगे आप इन अ क्रिकेट गेम? क्यों करोगे? It's a cricket match going on. Is it a war going on that you are invoking the field marshal? By doing this, what is your opinion? Is it not putting extra pressure on the players?
Yeah, absolutely. It does put pressure on the players, and look at and it was a meek surrender yesterday. If you look at yesterday night's match, it was a meek surrender. There was hardly any intent, be it their batting, be it bowling, and obviously suddenly you could see, you could sense that excitement when the Pakistan team was practicing. In fact, that the day before the match at the Premadasa Stadium, but all of a sudden, Nasim Nakwi visits Colombo. He enters the team hotel cinnamon light, and then suddenly you could see from the expressions in the Pakistan players' faces that they could feel the pressure, and it reflected on their game. Means that hardly there was any competitiveness when it comes to the game, and you look at the other side, it was clearly the temperament, the body language between the Indian cricketers and the Pakistani cricketers, that was the difference. I think the quality wise also Indian team is man to man. If you ask, they are way ahead. But at least there has to be some sort of. But who is the leader in this team? I'm doubtful. Your captain. I'm unfortunate to say that he doesn't look like to be a captain who could lead a Pakistani team.
And I'm told that the call to bowl first was actually a collective call. I'm told it was my person, Salman Ali Aga, and Shaheen Shah Afridi. Because Salman Ali Aga, I'm told, always consults Shaheen Shah Afridi. He is his go-to man. So these are the people who took the call of bowling first, which I thought was a horrible call. And by the way, Mr. Nakwi has asked that question. He's actually right in asking that question. But why would you ask that question after the team has lost and they've just gone back to the hotel? Calm down. And for him to sort of leave the stadium at the fall of the sixth wicket was bad, was ranked bad. But coming to the call, you have watched the Australia Zimbabwe. You have seen Zimbabwe bat first get 170. You have seen Australia get bowled out for 146, uh, losing by 23. Why would you decide to bowl first? Because you had five spinners: Usman Tariq, Saim Ayub, Abraham, Mohammad Nawaz, and five, right? And Salman Ali himself. So when you have five spinners, if you get even 160 on a wicket which there is assistance, you could have made a match of it. Why did you do that?
Okay, Purida, I totally agree with you. Means obviously the pass score here is another visual come. Just meeting Sri Lankan sports minister. So clearly, he is here. He was there in Colombo to gain brownie points. That means obviously for his own personal sake rather than for the sake of the Pakistan cricket team. This is very unfortunate. We also saw him meeting the Sri Lankan president. In one of the visuals that has gone viral. So clearly, Mr. Nasim Nakwi uh, has failed miserably. Means obviously we as Indians who have no complaints whatsoever. If you ask me, Boria, I have no complaints. As long
And
as
we just got these visuals, by the way.
yeah,
And these are the visuals which we just got.
Sri Lankan sports minister.
Sri Lankan sports minister. So Mr. Nakwi, in order to justify his visit, he has to say something, right? He can't just go and say now that Pakistan lost miserably, so that's why I was there. And I left the stadium after 6 wickets fell. So he now has gone and done a meeting with the Sri Lankan sports minister. And these visuals are being circulated to try and justify his visit. So damage control is well and truly underway. Clearly, this is an act of damage control that my visit was not simply to meet the Pakistan players. I also wanted to meet the Sri Lankan minister because we are brothers, etc., etc. We have seen him do this with Bangladesh. We are now seeing him do this with Sri Lanka. Mr. Nakwi, the problem is everybody sees through this. You should have then met the Sri Lankan sports minister, gone for the USA match and met. You could have gone for the Netherlands match and met. Why is it all centering around the India game? Go no as board president. Go and meet them. Absolutely no problems. But coming to the game again, I absolutely did not understand the batting approaches. That okay, bowling wise, okay, let's first decode that a little bit more. Think about this. Salman Aga started himself.
Yes.
Beautiful over, 1 run, 1 wicket. Second over, 8 runs. So his 2 overs cost him 9. Thereafter, Shaheen Afridi 16 runs in the first over. When the last over of the inning, who is batting? Rinku Singh and Shivam Dubey. If Salman Aga comes himself, takes the pace of the ball, forces them to go for the big shots. Because Abrar is still there. Mohammad Nawaz was bowled out. Usman Tariq bowled out. Saim Ayub bowled out. Now you must understand, Saim Ayub 3 wickets with off spin. Salman Aga 1 wicket with his off spin. So why would the captain not bowl the final over? Take it on himself. Two left-handers are out there. Spin is the trick because spin worked well. The track was helping. The guy chickens out. He's scared. That's why he takes a safer option and goes to Shaheen Shah and gets hammered. Not some captaincy.
Absolutely, and as a captain, that is what I said earlier as well. As a captain, Salman Aga has failed miserably. He has failed to inspire this Pakistan team, and it reflected on their performance. Now, means under him, they have literally lost all their matches against India, be it the Asia Cup, be it this T20 World Cup. So clearly, and when you have, and this only comes when you are not confident enough. Means look at the Surya Kumar Yadav.
Yeah, somebody is asking you, Bureda, are all your equipments and gadgets safe? Nakwi kuch churaya to nahi. Priyanshu, voice isn't clear. Some echo. I think voice is clear. That's what Rohan told us very categorically.
Maybe we hold this on.
So we'll hold this, no problem. Don't worry.
Is the audio clear now?
Now check. One of the things about this World Cup is balance of pitches between bat and ball. Good point. Syed Nizamuddin, very good point. The pitches have been really challenged. It's not a one-way street that batters are scoring 260 runs.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Johan is saying audio clear.
Audio clear. So we are fine. So So basically, what Pakistan made a mistake is in deciding to bowl first. They should have easily, when they won the toss, they should have batted. And because the fast score here at the Prema Stadium was 160, 170.
Rex Valentine was there with
Yes.
us in the press box. Rex is one of the senior
Yeah,
most journalists
absolutely.
in Sri Lanka.
Very well respected also.
Rex was telling me 150 is dependable. He was saying the track is such that the slowness of the track is such that as the innings progresses, it will become more and more slow. If you had quality spinners, which Pakistan did, Usman Tariq, Saim Ayub, Mohammad Tabaz, Shahab Khan, Salman Agha, you could have Abrar, six spinners, you could have defended. That's the BCCI box you just saw, Devashish's photos. These photographs, by the way, are all Devashish Sen's photos. Beautiful photos taken from inside the ground. That's Usman Tariq. Great photos by Devashish Sen. Now, he was making this point, Rex Clementine, that you also defend 160, 150, 55 because you have five spinners. But you did not give yourself this chance. Kapil Dev was on an NDTV show with me, and the moment the toss happened, the anchor threw to me, and I said, "This is a wrong. The Pakistan captain should have batted first because they have the Zimbabwe example." Kapil Dev made a point. He said, "This is a brave call with sarcasm." saying ये कैसे ले गया था हम सब जानते हैं पाकिस्तान इज अ बैट चेजिंग साइड फिर भी उन्होंने ये बॉल लेके बैटिंग बाद में करने का फैसला कर लिया and it is not as if that the due was a factor. There is no due.
In all the more reason that you bat first and post a total, obviously, and then defend it. Strangle the Indian batters with spin, which was not the case. And also, what hinted Pakistan's run chase was Saib Jada Farhan getting out in the first over. I think had anyone taken the game, then it would have been on informed Saib Jada Farhan, which was not the case. And I think Hardik Pandya, the more we talk about Hardik Pandya, the less. Incredible performer. Means obviously he fell with the bat, but he more than made up with the ball with that wicket in power play, that of Saib Jada Farhan. What are your thoughts?
Absolutely correct. And look at him. He got a jack, Hardik Pandya, with the bat. Did it impact him mentally? No. He came out all done.
In fact, if you look at what happened, his reaction, the moment Saib Jada Farhan skied the ball, he was hardly looking.
He stood there.
He was relaxed because he was confident that there is someone to catch it. So that speaks, means obviously this Indian team also, if there is a matchup between man to man, this time no chance. It is.
He made a very important point about Hardik. Hardik did not even turn. He just kept looking straight.
Did not even turn.
He and Rinku came under the ball, and Rinku does that celebration of his, which was great, and he kind of kisses the ball and then celebrates. That's what he did. And Sahibzada gone. More reason why Saim Ayub should have tried to stay in. The first ball he got a reprieve. When that ball went for six, it was a miscue.
Yes.
And he did not stop. He tried it again, and Jasprit Bumrah nailed him with that Yorker. Now you've lost your two openers. You get in Salman Ali Agha, captain, gets a boundary, and the next ball was a nothing shot. Ramesh Raja on commentary. I was listening to Ramesh Raja after I went back to the hotel at midnight. Was watching highlights. You could sense Ramesh Raja shock in his voice. He just nothing shot. What did he do after the thing? So you can clearly understand the mental issue with the Pakistan batters. And now comes Babar Azam. What shot was that? An elephant could have gone in between bat and parrot.
So horrible. And obviously, and his selection is also debatable. Why would Babar Azam be in that Pakistan team? That is the biggest question. That is, in fact, being the question of the Pakistani journalists as well. So even senior journalists, former cricketers, means obviously, and it's quite a valid question. I'm not about asking about strike rate. Means is Babar Azam fit for a T20 format? I don't think so. And also, and
Rohan is saying because he's the king.
But has anything to do with Nasim Nakwi or anyone?
No. Let's take some questions. Devashi, which team can challenge India? Good question, Gautam Bhatia. By the way, Gautam Bhatia, you said he's talked about our coverage also, saying that all our equipment saved, etc. Australia, Nasim Nakwi, Chopichor, Bhagya. See, why one watch Rev Sports? Sports coverage, Gautam Bhatia. Sports coverage with authenticity and goes down to the minute details for the layman. That's what he says. That's Gautam Bhatia. Very kind of you, my friend. Very kind. Mureda, how can you compare Virat with Babar? Who compares Virat with Babar? Virat pulled off the MCG chase. Babar is a mediocre player.
Absolutely hard. Come on, come on, come on. There is not even a comparison. Means if you talk about a big four, it always has to be the likes of Kane Williamson, Steve Smith, Virat Kohli, and obviously who I'm Joe Root. Means obviously, where does Babar Azam fit? Means
I have a theory. My theory is Babar Azam at one point he was the world's number one batter because Pakistan was playing all its matches in the UAE. No team would go.
no,
They would play these ranked, relatively minnows, the Afghanistans of the world, and Babar Azam would score a lot of runs. And all of a sudden, because he was not playing Australia or India or any of these teams, Babar Azam would pile up the runs and he became the world's best batter. So that was
who he scored against USA
USA.
second match.
USA, Afghanistan, Ireland, teams like this, the associate countries, Zimbabwe, and all of a sudden you see, Babar Azam is the world's highest T20 scorer. So, that is why I often say that statistics is also misleading. When you check Babar runs, you would think, great, what about this thing? But that is not the case. I mean, Babar Azam was never a proper T20 player. Let's shift focus a little bit. When we now come to India, Devashish, are you happy with what you have seen? Because my question is, without a Hardik Pandya contributing with the bat, without an Abhishek Sharma contributing with the bat, you are still looking this good. You are scoring 175 on a wicket where 160 was passed. You were able to recover against the USA with Surya. You have done well against the Minnows. Your bowling is coming good. Are you seeing this Indian side that despite two of their gun batters not coming good, they have still proven it?
Yeah, absolutely. Fair point, and obviously, and assessing the conditions has been the hallmark of this team. Means obviously, when they realize that this is not a wicket where you could score 200 or thereabout, means obviously, and I think they have done well. And people were talking about in the social media criticizing Tilak Verma's role, but I think he has done a decent job. But by staying there, anchoring the innings, and obviously, who can
What is the total that
exactly that therein lies the importance of a Gautam Gambhir, which unfortunately Mike Hessen, I wonder what he was doing in that Pakistan dugout. Means obviously, when they were talking, there was hardly anything. Means, and they looked like a mixed surrender. Means one wicket after the other, wickets falling at regular intervals. Hardly there was intent. Yes, Usman Khan did try to hit some big shots, but in end of the day, you need to compete, and absolutely, Surya Kumar Yadav has time and again said that there is hardly any competition with Pakistan, and the results now speaks for itself. 8-1. So, is there anything that you can call it a competitive contest here?
Good question. Priyanshu says selectors deserve appreciation for the selection of Ishan, 100%. And Ajit gets a lot of flack. His committee gets a lot of flack. But absolutely, and Gautam, to be able to get Ishan, put him in the team for the World Cup, Gautam and Surya, give them credit because Ishan Kishan 4 games back was not a certainty. When he played that New Zealand series also, he was not a certainty. And look at what he's doing. That is inspired selection. Uh, there's a question from a lot of people. That was Priyanshu, by the way. Uh, Dr. Ramit Bhatia, good coverage. What teams do you see playing the semifinals? And similar question was, I think, from Gautam Bhatia, which said that which team will challenge India, South Africa or West Indies?
South Africa. I will put my money on South Africa because they have the firepower, they have the at the bowling attack, and also the batters who can do the job for them. But yes, obviously, India still will be the favorite for me. But South Africa and West Indies can come close. Means obviously India will play West Indies in the Super 8 stages.
I
But
kind of agree.
Murida, let me ask you one thing. Someone asked about Gautam Gambhir, and I I find a lot of resemblance of him being the elder brother to this team. It means if you look back the era of Ravi Shastri, means how he used to jail with that during his tenure as a coach, second tenure I would say, means of the likes of Jasprit Bumrah or Mohammad Shami. He used to just the Virat obviously was there. So I think Gautam Gambhir means obviously we saw in Delhi the entire team going and visiting his house for a dinner. This is all you want. Means it's not and Gautam Gambhir always shields his players. And he is the first man person in this Indian team who will go all out way to back the players to the hilt. And that is reflecting in the team with obviously that bonding, the clarity of thought. And obviously you can see this Indian team. And I think that it's a huge difference from the other teams in this tournament.
See, the best part about Gautam is he understands this format brilliantly well. And I know Gautam well enough to say this that Gautam is calm. At the same time, he's very strong mentally, very strong. At no point will he give up. He will keep fighting. By the way, today also, we were exchanging messages. I had wished him congratulations. He said, "Boy, a long way to go." So he's already moved on. See this message, you will know long way to go. So clearly he has moved on from the victory and is already starting to focus on the next game. Look at this. Look at this. Long way to go.
Yeah.
So clearly the whole idea with Gautam Gambhir is he knows that Pakistan is not the competition. Pakistan is just a kind of brush over now. They don't have the team anymore to push India. The bigger teams, whether it is I don't know what
Yeah,
happens to
obviously,
Australia.
one would hope that Sri Lanka wins the game and
Australia is out,
knocked out.
but otherwise
Then you meet Zimbabwe in Chennai.
but otherwise, South Africa, solid side.
Yes.
West Indies playing very, very good cricket. So you go to Gambhir knows that in the Super 8 stage, he will have good teams to play. He knows that there will be stiff competition. He knows that India will be pushed. He knows that the World Cup is just about starting. No one gave Pakistan a chance. Again, in the US, you needed to win. You were pushed, but you did. Namibia, no one gave. There was not a problem. And I don't think Netherlands will be a problem either. So Gautam Gambhir very well knows in his heart that the tournament really starts for India on the 22nd in Ahmedabad. That is his real test. Yes, Pakistan, the hype that we create in the media everywhere, it is a big match. But all said and done, I think big games are coming up.
Are you a bit conscious of the fact that that with Pakistan doing so badly in recent times? Means with this attention, is it too much of a hype when you talk about a build-up India-Pakistan game, or it's time to move on from an India-Pakistan battle?
See, it is more a political thing because the political backdrop is such that you want an India Pakistan. The context is such that you want an India Pakistan. It's not simply a cricketing contest. If you go only by the cricketing logic, then it's a no contest. But what makes India Pakistan is the political backdrop. Look what happened, boycott. Look what happened, selective boycott, Bangladesh, that supporting Bangladesh, going against the whole ICC and saying, oh, Bangladesh is correct in calling India unsafe. So all of these factors make India Pakistan what it is, and that's the juice of India Pakistan. If you say cricket, it's become a boring, one-sided contest in more recent times, and that's why I said that Mr. Nakwi or the Pakistan board need to focus because their women's cricket, their under 19, their men's cricket, their emerging stars, everything is in shambles. And world cricket, for the sake of world cricket, needs a stronger Pakistan. Last couple of minutes on the show, Devashish, final thoughts. I mean, can Pakistan resurrect, you think, or this contest will continue to be one-sided?
Obviously, the beauty of about Pakistan side is obviously I won't talk about this current generation, but long way to this 1992 World Cup. They were literally out of the tournament. And then all of a sudden that Inzamam Haq must knock. Imran Khan, the inspiring leadership, means Pakistan goes on to the final and clinches the World Cup. Means they made him title. So that is what you resemble with a Pakistan. Means they might lose to minnows like Zimbabwe one day, but they can bounce back against Australia. Means that's I somehow means obviously Pakistan will be qualifying for the Super 8, but whether they can take it from there, means whether they have it in them, the players, I'm talking of the players particularly, whether the players can put up their hand, means forget what, and obviously one person who you don't want near the Pakistani dressing room is Mr. Nasim Nakwi. For me, I think enough is enough. Means obviously you lose our India game. The players are and players are being questioned by this chairman himself, and that is the worst part. So the best part for me will be to someone should come out and say that this is our team. We need to focus on our matches.
Yeah, to end, let me say this. I think Pakistan has a great advantage. They are the only team that will stay on in Sri Lanka in Colombo.
Exactly.
So their Super 8 games and these pitches clearly will continue to help spinners. They have 5 spinners in that team, and Usman, Abrar, Shabab, Mohammad Nawaz, Salman Aga. You have so many spinners. I'm 6 in your ranks who can do wonders in any of the sides who play the Super 8. Whoever plays against Pakistan in the Super 8 in Sri Lanka. So Pakistan has an innate advantage. You have to understand that. Can Pakistan take advantage of that and go to the semi-finals? Because remember, they will play the semi-finals there as well. They will play the finals there as well if they make the finals. So they have this incredible advantage thanks to hybrid. If they can't make the most of it, then I don't know what happens to Pakistan cricket. From Devashish and I, for the moment, as we said, we are at Chennai airport. The dal chawal is calling us. From morning, neither he nor I have had to, manage to get anything. The dal chawal has just been served here at the lounge. Fresh dal chawal, nothing better. So we will dig into our lunch. You guys have a great day. Ashok and Gargi will be, and Shomik. Shomik is going to track the Australia Sri Lanka game. He will build it up for you at 3 p.m. All the pieces. Gargi and Ashok will join me from Colombo at 5 p.m. as Devashish and I make our way to Calcutta. In Hindi, Shubhayan and Rohit will join you. In Bangla, we will keep doing stuff continuously. So all our platforms keep supporting for the moment. Thank you very much.